Okay, I'm wrong.
All right, I'm gonna start it off. So, I'm gonna ask you a question. Actually, two questions that I get quite a bit. I can answer them, but I want to hear your version because I know it's gonna be better than mine. So, first one is the significance of what you do. How significant is it? And the other is there's always controversy. It doesn't seem like a matter of what it is or what people are doing. There's always a degree of controversy that surrounds whether it's the method, the modality, what it is that you're doing. If somebody were to hit you hard with those questions, what would you respond with?
There's really like far apart questions. So let me start with the first one, the significance of what I do. And I think the only thing people see is they see this out on the water, sticking these very expensive tags on sharks, and they think that's it. But you know, that's it. That's not it. And if that's all it was, it's not very significant. You know, it took a long time, over a decade of going to Guadalupe Island, photographing sharks, cataloging them, sexing them, when they were there, when they're not there, and then you overlay the tagging on that. Oh my God, we have discovered amazing things, really unlocked the life history of the white shark in that area anyway.
Right.
So can other people repeat this? No, they can't repeat it by just going out in a boat, sticking some tags out. You know, there's a lot of other work, not only in the field, but in the office, going through photographs, doing statistics, all the stuff that's not sexy and not fun.
Right.
So any new project that you want to start, you sort of have to start from the beginning, you know, and here we're looking for tiger sharks. It's not really a tiger shark study. This is an easy one. We're looking at method study, how to catch the shark, how to attach a tag in new ways. So we can do that in one trip.
Right.
But if it was a tiger shark study, you know, it's a lot of stuff you got to do before you end up here.
Right.
And the controversy, of course, you know, that makes my blood boil a little bit. And yeah, there's been controversy surrounding some of my work, but honestly, the entire field of shark conservation has become exceptionally controversial, and in some ways it's not flattering. You have anyone now with a keyboard and an internet connection can be a shark expert if they spend enough time trolling through all the internet chat rooms, and you know, they read a few books and sound somewhat reasonable, but they're not, you know, they're not scientists, they don't publish papers, they don't do research, but they start becoming the voices of marine conservation. And sharks in particular have attracted all kinds of people.
Right.
Some great people that mean well, some people, all they want is attention.
Right.
And that's making it, to me, the whole field's getting controversial. And I think also shark conservation, some of these voices are saying stuff that's just not believable.
Right.
And that hurts the real shark conservation, the well-meaning people. You can't say that I'm gonna save white sharks by throwing some tags on them and that's gonna save the planet. Come on, I mean, yes, I'm working on white sharks. I've figured out some things that can help, particularly Mexico, manage our white sharks better. But if we lose white sharks, is that gonna make the oceans die? No. I mean, that's an argument that just doesn't hold water.
Right.
And there's even crazier ones. Somebody came out and said that if we lose sharks, all the oxygen in the ocean is going to get used up and the whole sea will die.
Right.
Reaching
Reaching just a little bit there.
It becomes so unbelievable even to just a normal person sitting on a couch in the Midwest who's never even taken a shark biology class that people turn the channel off.
Right.
You got to keep it real.
Right.
I mean, white sharks are important to me. Why? Because they're just a groovy animal.
They're just cool.
They're just cool,
Yeah,
you know? And so
exactly.
why can't we work on them and try to help them and protect them just because of that?
Right. And that percentage that they do play a part of in terms of maintaining balance, even if it's only 2%, that 2% and 2% and 2%, it adds up really quick.
Yeah,
you know?
Their population of white sharks is always going to be low because they're an apex, even naturally rare animal. So
right.
even if we get their numbers up to where the most they could be, they're not going to have the giant impact on the whole global ecosystem.
Right.
But they are a cool animal, just like a lion, a tiger, a bear. They're all cool animals. And you know what? When a lion, a tiger, or a bear kill somebody, it's different than when a shark kills somebody. I don't know why. The conversation is, first of all, like if a bear in California kills somebody, they got to kill that bear. Done.
Right.
Because there's this perception, and sometimes it's truth, that a lion, a tiger, a bear becomes rogue. It learns to eat people
Right.
because it's old and it will repeatedly do so.
Right.
That same idea doesn't go with sharks. I mean, sharks aren't that sophisticated, not that smart. You know, they're not losing their teeth so they have to eat people. They always have plenty of teeth.
Right.
So the concept of a rogue shark, and so we have to go out and kill a shark, that's not happening either. You know, and the government of Western Australia has actually taken those steps now that say, well, we're going to protect our people. If there's a shark near the beach, it's a threat, we're going to go out and kill it.
Right.
Sharks are dangerous, though. So there is the controversy again. You have shark people saying sharks are cute and cuddly, and you have pictures of blondes swimming down in Guadalupe Island, grabbing onto their fins, which is completely illegal and completely stupid, because it is a very dangerous animal, and it can turn around and eat you. Right. It just sends the wrong message. You don't go to the Serengeti and grab on the tail of a lion, let them drag you through the grass. I mean, you just don't do that.
Right.
So are sharks dangerous, or are they not dangerous? I'm going to ask you.
To be honest with you, I mean, growing up my whole life, you know, I was the Jaws generation. They, to be honest with you, I was the Jaws generation.
I'm not rolling.
No
I'm
problem.
just getting banged around a bit.
You got her.
I'll ask the question again when you're ready.
Okay.
So let me turn around and ask you, do you think sharks are dangerous or they're not dangerous?
I know they're dangerous. And I was a part of that Jaws generation. I caught that as a kid. It scared the hell out of me. Born and raised in Southern California. I grew up bodyboarding when I was just a little kid. I was just barely walking probably, and I was out there with my first bodyboard. And surfing my whole life, and it's one of those things that it goes unsaid. When you're sitting in the lineup, don't bring up shark. You don't do it. And there's certain guys that struggle with it a little more than others. It's just one of those ones where I've always just kind of laughed at. But more recently too, I mean, we've seen, you know, quite a few attacks off the coast of California
and Australia.
Yeah, and they haven't ended well. Mm-hmm. So, you know, going back, when we were at Guadalupe Island, and I saw what that shark did to that bull seal, that really put it into perspective. And I heard you earlier, you were talking about the different eating styles or different approaches, you know, contrasting the great white shark's modality, his method, compared to, say, tiger shark. Tiger shark grabs hold, thrashes hard, drives deep, dismembers you. Great white shark, when we saw it, he put that hit, it's just a short sprint on that elephant seal, and he sits back because he's confident, he knows it's mortal. And there's nobody that's going to challenge him for his food. So he goes into conserve mode and just sits around. So now when people ask me, they're like, oh, great white sharks is pretty amazing. Oh, mistaken identity, you know, when they attack people. I'm like, no, I think they're opportunistic. And I think that there's nothing that challenges. There's nothing that tells them, oh, you can't eat this and you're not supposed to eat that. The reason why we survive and we make it to the beach is because we go for the beach. His normal prey, guess what? They have no option. That's where they're at. You know?